What else was there? You forgot the Speedroids? Okay. Maybe I forgot the Speedroids. Maybe I ignored the Speedroids. Where are the Speedroids? Or how far back do I have to go? Oh, make yourself feel alive with Speedroids. Speedroid Clackernel. Dude, I already hate him. I just looked at him. I already hate him. Wind Machine Pendulum. Scale 8. Pendulum Effect. Oh, God. You can only use the pendulum effect of this card's name once per turn. You can banish a Speedroid card from your graveyard, place a Speedroid Pendulum monster from your deck in your Pendulum zone. Also, you cannot special summon for the rest of this turn except wind monsters. Monster effect, you can only use the first and second monster effect of this card's name each once per turn. If this card on the field is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can special summon a Speedroid Clackernel from your hand, deck, or graveyard, and if you do, it is treated as a tuner. If your Clear Wing monster battles while this card is face up in your extra deck during damage calculation, you can banish this card, and if you do that, monster gains 700 attack. I didn't pay attention. Okay, so it's a 1-card scale. If you have a Speedroid card in the graveyard, that doesn't seem terrible, but it locks you into wind. But I don't remember Speedroids ever summoning something that wasn't wind, so I'm pretty sure the wind lock doesn't matter. This deck gets way worse without Baron. I could see that. You can only use the first and second if this card is destroyed by battle or card effect. This is weird to me. The Speedroids have the means to destroy its own cards, really? Keep reading. I hate when you guys do that. Like, obviously, I'm gonna read the rest of the cards. Speedroid Wing Synchron. Wind Machine Pendulum Tuner. Pendulum Scale 4, Pendulum Effect. Once per turn, you can destroy both this card and a level 2 Wind Pendulum monster card in your Pendulum zone. And if you do, special summon a Clear Wing Synchro Dragon from your extra deck. Also, for the rest of this turn, cards in your Pendulum zone... Okay. So this is a scale 4 that you can place with this. And then you can summon out a Clear Wing. And then this gets you another Speedroid Clackernel. If this card is added to the extra deck face up and there are two or more different monster types among the wind synchros you control, you can send a Speedroid spell trap from your deck to the grave. Crystal Clear Wing over Synchro Dragon. Level 12. Must be Synchro summoned. Needs a Clear Wing Synchro Dragon. 2 tuners or 1 tuner Synchro monster. Once per turn, when another card or effect is activated, you can negate the activation, and if you do, destroy that card, and if it was a monster, this card gains attack equal to that monster's original attack until the end of this turn. If this face-up Synchro Summon cards leaves the field by your opponent, you can special summon the Clear Wing monster from your extra deck. Okay. So this is another Omni Negate you can summon off of Crimson Dragon. The problem is, I don't think this is better than Blazar. I really don't think so. I really like the fact that Blazar just gets banished. And then your opponent, it's way harder for your opponent to interact with it. And the second part, if this face-up card leaves the field by your opponent, is just something that most decks can play around. If that's really a problem. High Speedroid Glider 2. Level 5. Needs a Wind Machine Tuner and a non-tuner monster. You can only use the first and second effect once per turn each. If this card is Synchro Summoned, you can target a non-tuner level 7 or lower Wind Synchro in your grave, special summon it. A non-tuner level 7 or lower Wind Synchro. If your opponent special summons a monster and you control a Clear Wing monster, you can banish this card from your grave. Increase the level of all face-up monsters your opponent currently controls by 5. So this can climb into this super easily, right? Because it's a level 5 that just revives your level 7 clear wing. Which then you have level 5 tuner plus level 7. So this thing just makes this thing. And then you can, like, this is a really good graveyard effect against some decks. Right? Against some, not all. Like, if your opponent is playing a Link deck, it doesn't matter. Or a Fusion deck. But if your opponent is playing a freaking Xyz or Synchro deck, you can really mess them up. The 12 needs 2+ tuners. Or a tuner Synchro monster. See, I read it this time and you didn't. Speedroid Clear Wing Wander. You can only use the first and second effect of this card's name each once per turn. Target cards your opponent controls up to the number of different monster types. Among the Wind Synchro monsters you control, destroy them. If your opponent special summons a monster, you can banish this card from your grave, then target a Wind Synchro monster you control, banish it, then return to the field. Ooh. I'm assuming this one is soft once per turn. Yup. Ah, okay, so you can reset your negate. You can reset your negate with the trap card. So it's kind of like a Speedroid Blackout, Icarus attack, whatever you want to call it. You don't have to destroy your own cards to do that, but like you can, it's like a solid trap effect, plus you can reset your Omni negate. Honestly, this support, I don't think any of this is crazy or super insanely powerful, but I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't feel like Speedroids needed insane support. I feel like Speedroids, even though I make fun of it because I don't love the archetype, but I feel like Speedroids were already like solid cards, right? So when an archetype is already kind of solid, it doesn't need crazy support. It just needs like a little bit extra, right? And like maybe this is that little bit extra support that Speedroid needed, right? Speedroid was kind of grindy also. Dude, that's my least favorite part about playing against Speedroid and not knowing all the cards, is that everything has graveyard effects for follow-up. And I've been like, I've been in this situation way too often where I'm like trying to clear their board, trying to set up a board for next turn, and I'm like, what has a graveyard effect? And the answer is just yes. That like everything is like, banish this from the graveyard and then summon like freaking your uncle from the extra deck, or I don't know, man. Like they all got follow-up effects. So like if this is what it took to make the deck have a strong turn 1 alongside an already existing grind game, then this is not bad.